Welcome to Europass. I'm Petty Officer Kim Smith. Here on Europass, we bring you the best that Europe has to offer to help you make the most of your time in Europe. On this special edition of Europass, we take you to London to find out how the city has prepared for the biggest sporting event in the world, the 2012 Olympics and Paralympics.
As the torch makes its way around the UK, the City of London is putting the finishing touches on years of preparations for the 2012 Olympics and Paralympics.
There is fantastic enthusiasm for the Olympics and what it's going to do for the whole of the United Kingdom, not just for England, not just for London, but the whole of the United Kingdom.
Being the largest sporting event in the world, the City of London has gone to great lengths to create world-class venues for some of the world's finest athletes to compete in. The Olympic Park is the main focal point of the Olympics and Paralympics and was a major undertaking to construct and complete on schedule. The athletes also have world-class accommodations at the newly completed Olympic Athletes Village.
The most important thing for us at London 2012 is that when the athletes from all over the world arrive here, that we give them the best possible facilities in order to produce the amazing performances we want to see from them. I mean, the success of our games will depend on how good the sport is, so it makes sense for us to get things right for the athletes. And I think the most important place for us to get it right is here in the Olympic Village and indeed the Paralympic Village. I mean, this is the place where an organising committee can most put its imprint, if you like, on athlete services.
Security at the 2012 Olympics and Paralympics is paramount, and security measures and airport-like screening stations are in place to ensure the safety of spectators and athletes alike. The Olympics and Paralympics simply wouldn't be possible without the help of thousands of volunteers from all over.
This is my chance. Now that it's come to London, it's really my chance to help inspire others to do something a bit different, give your time, your spare time, and just really make a difference.
I think it's really also important to recognise that there are a lot of people who want to become games makers, who've never volunteered before. It's in everybody's interest to make sure they maintain their volunteer interest after the games and go back into their communities and do things that are really essential for the cohesion in those communities.
If you're thinking of heading to London for the Olympics or Paralympics, you can find all of the information you need pertaining to the Games at the Games' official website at london2012.com. If on the other hand, you're not heading to see the action in person, don't worry. AFN will be bringing you all of the games from London that you can watch from the comfort of your own home.
Now that we've had a look at how London has prepared for the Olympics and Paralympics, it's time to find out the best way to get around in London while saving yourself some money.
London is one of the largest cities in the world and also one of the world's most popular tourist destinations. Combine that with the Olympics and Paralympics, and what you get is a lot of congestion. There are numerous ways to get around in London, and the city has gone to great lengths to ease the congestion expected during this busy season.
Transport for London has been spending the last 3 or 4 years preparing for the Olympics. There's been an investment of over £6 billion in the public transport network, improving the rail lines, improving the bus network, and all our plans now are almost in place, and we're ready to welcome a huge number of visitors that we'll see in London over the next few months.
But one word of advice: if you're thinking of driving in London, don't.
Don't ever drive in London if you can help it. The traffic is always really, really bad. You know, lots of people coming in and out. Safest way and easiest way to get about: public transport, buses, underground services. My family have lived here for 25 years, all drive, never drove in London, you just don't do it.
London is really a public transport city, and certainly the majority of visitors to London find both the underground network and the bus network very, very easy to use. There's a lot of information on the internet about how to use the bus network and the underground network, and we really encourage visitors to use the public transport network. You can also walk around, you can also cycle around, but it's very much a public transport city.
Getting around in London has been surprisingly easy because not only is public transportation really convenient, the trains go in and out so frequently that you're almost never waiting at the stop. But also everything is so close together that we've been here for 12 hours and I think we've seen 4 or 5 of the sites that we wanted to see.
I would not recommend driving. I would definitely take the tube. It's the easiest thing. All you need is your map and your card and you're set.
No matter what time of year you're visiting, one great way to get around and take in the key sites is on a guided bus tour.
We offer with Big Bus a 24-hour ticket or a 48-hour ticket. 24-hour ticket is from the time you buy it, so if you buy it 12 o'clock today to 12 o'clock tomorrow, £29, and you can hop off and on as many times as you want. It's about a 2.5-hour tour, and you've got a guide on board, so it's quite nice when you're new to London to have someone to ask questions. You know, Canadian legend Justin Bieber has been staying there recently as well. Yeah, we all have a bit of Bieber fever on the bus when that happens. Now you've got one more hotel over there on the right. It's the Grosvenor House Hotel. This hotel is very cute.
Walking tours are also available, and having a guide that knows where to be and when can help ensure that you get that picture-perfect moment of some of London's most popular attractions, like the changing of the guard, for example. Your ticket for big bus tours also includes a free boat ride on the River Thames, which makes for a relaxing way to see London from a unique perspective. To find out more about getting around in London, log on to the Transportation for London website at tfl.gov.uk.
London also offers a wide variety of foods to keep you fueled up for your travels. But one of the best ways to have a hearty meal and save yourself some money is at a typical pub.
Walking around in London and taking in the sights can really build up an appetite. But one great thing about London is that nearly every kind of food imaginable is available around every corner. However, eating at a traditional pub is one great way to experience some local culture, have a hearty meal, and save yourself some cash.
If you want traditional food, you'll come here, you'll have fish and chips, steak and alpine, we've got a selection of burgers, selection of steaks, selection of home-cooked dishes. You can choose from whatever you want, we've pretty much got it all. A lot of people come here, obviously they want to try the most traditional English meal, which is the fish and chips. That's what the tourists like, so that is without a doubt the most popular dish.
I had probably the best fish and chips ever. I thought it was amazing. I'm not sure if I've ever had fish and chips before, but I found out I really like it, so I'll probably get that again. If not, I'll get the sausage and mash or whatever else was on the pub food wall. They all looked pretty good when they came out.
Americans looking for a little taste of home may want to visit the original Hard Rock Cafe, the first in the world.
The London Cafe was the first ever cafe in this very large family. It was set up by two Americans, and they just wanted to introduce some American food to the Brits. Here we are 41 years later with 170 properties all over the world, absolutely flourishing, working in the first ever cafe in London is just such a privilege.
But no matter what city you visit a Hard Rock Cafe in, they all have a special appreciation for service members and their families that can save you some of your hard-earned cash.
Hard Rock Cafe is very good at looking after all service members and their families across the world, and we actually provide them with a 15% discount across all of our cafes, and that discount is available in the cafes and in the retail store as well. So military servicemen are always very welcome in our cafe.
Driving your own car to London? Well, you'll need to pay a congestion fee. It's a small fee compared to a big fine if you don't pay. The easiest way to pay is to register online at tfl.gov.uk. You can pay while online or register to pay by text or phone. You can even pay the fee at a local shop. Just look for the congestion charge logo. Enjoy your trip to London. Be smart, plan ahead, pay the fee, and avoid the fine.
Hello, I'm Brigadier General John Norman, Director United States Air Forces in Europe, United Kingdom. Having the Olympics in our backyard is an exciting time for us, and I hope you take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of these 2012 Summer Games. However, I urge you to do so with caution and a sense of responsibility. Remember to practice OPSEC when you travel, and most importantly, remember, we all represent the United States military. So have fun, but be responsible.
That wraps up our show for this week. If you have a place you'd like to see us visit or a program you'd like to know more about, send us an email to europass@afn.dma.mil. To see this program again, log on to afneurope.net or find us on Facebook. I'm Petty Officer Kim Smith, and we'll see you next time on Europass. And now we leave you with a look at some of the sites you can look forward to seeing if you're planning on traveling to London.